Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Fields. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Steelers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Touchdown! Jalen Polk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. All right.
Fields now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Webb. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. on the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. On the return, here's Hall, taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go, side.
To throw is Fields. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Good. Side.
Now it's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On play action, Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 50, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Don't jump. Ready?
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Here we go, set.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead.
And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Fields. Dancing to his left. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Does it. Right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Washington. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace.
Now a 2nd and 10. From his goal line here, Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Hopkins. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fields. He'll get this to Baker. Oh, what a move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff up the middle. Webb. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Here we go. Sit high.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Here we go. Good.
Back to throw. Fields. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the gun on third down, Fields. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Here we go.
Fields throwing again. Rolling to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fields. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Right.
Now Fields on third and goal. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Patriots get the football back. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. They'll try the left side. It's Hopkins, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll run on first down. It's Webb. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. On the return, here's Hall. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up for about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw is Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Webb. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play,
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. He's to the 15. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing.
And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. On the return, here's Hall. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Fields. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That would complete downfield to Thomas. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Here we go.
To the air again, Fields. It's complete. He finds Falk here. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Inside give to Dickerson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That is caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up, and he's into the clear. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The catch made by Hopkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Looking to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. This will be caught at about the 5. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. There it is. The defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Now receiver in motion left. On second and goal. Fields flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. The penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. Third and goal. Back to throw. Fields. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Throwing to start the drive. Fields eluding the pressure right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Down to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brian Thomas, 70 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Hey, Chan. Punch right. Right.
Fields. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Now second and 19 at the 37-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, Go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Here we go.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile.
5:51. 5. Right.
Back to throw. Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Patriots will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Operating from the gun. Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that...
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
11. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fields. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son.
Dickerson on the handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Easy.
A carry for Dickerson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Up the middle they go. Dawkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Don't jump. Ready?
They snap it to Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Chip slant. Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Here we go.
And one last throw here for Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Patriots, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.